While everybody's here talking about Diddy and his disgusting behavior, there's only one celebrity that has my attention right now. I'll show you who it is. It's this man right here, Mr. Terrence Howard. Yeah, that Terrence Howard, the actor. Everybody go to the Joe Rogan podcast and watch this episode. He's also given several interesting speeches at different universities, so you can go and watch those also. But while I have your attention, I want to show you something else. We need to stop funding evil acts throughout the world with our tax dollars. This is a W-4. Okay? This is something that an employer will give you to fill out when you're a new employee at a company. Okay? The employers will give you this type of document, and they will always only give you this page, only one page. But this comes with other pages, like the instructions. And it's your responsibility to know what the instructions are. So if you overpay or you pay when you weren't supposed to pay, that is your problem. The IRS will not inform you that you were not supposed to be paying or that you overpaid. I encourage everyone to take a weekend, and I know that it sucks. It's boring work. But take a weekend and go to irs.gov. And any tax forms that you have ever filled out, go read the instructions. We can cancel the celebrities. We can get angry at these corporations, and we can boycott the corporations, and all that is good and fine. But the number one villain in all of the things that are going on is our government. And they only have that power because we continue to pay them. For this particular document, I'm going to guide you toward the section that I think is most important. And it's this section right here. The exemption from withholding. You may be exempt from withholding if you had no federal income the previous year. This one is for 2024, so it's mentioning 2023. But this section is in every year. So if you are a parent of teenagers and your teenagers are just starting to work, this automatically applies to them because they had no federal tax liability the previous year because they have never worked in their entire life. So they are exempt from tax withholding the first year that they enter the workforce. That's for sure, that's guaranteed. But this will also apply to several of you, but you have to read the instructions and see how this applies to you. Stop paying the taxes that don't require you to be paying them. If you do, they will consider it a donation, okay? You also might want to jump down the rabbit hole of what tax liability is. The legal definition of tax liability. You don't have to pay any withholding if you have not had tax liability the previous year. This is not me saying this. This is the IRS. You see, it says irs.gov. It talks about tax credits. So to all my people that have boycotted Starbucks, and to all my people that have blocked Kim Kardashian, I love that. That is definitely something that we need to be doing. But the main ones that are funding this is you and me. So although this kind of work is not fun, it's not entertaining, it's not sexy, it's not trendy, just take a weekend and whatever documents that you have filled out for the IRS, just go take a look at the instructions. And if you want to just go right to where it says exempt on any of those documents, read it. So if you are exempt, what do? They tell you what to do, okay? They tell you. You write exempt on the form in the space below 4C. Like I said, this is not me saying this. This is the IRS. So if you think I'm some tinfoil hat wearing freak, that's fine. But go and see what they say about it, since most people just believe the government blindly. Go and see what the government has to say about it. You don't have to believe me. Yes, these celebrities are disgusting, but don't get so distracted with their disgusting behavior that you don't look at the government's disgusting behavior, because their disgusting behavior is worldwide and is affecting thousands of people on a daily basis. So you guys don't see me posting all the time about everything that's happening in the Middle East, and you guys don't see me posting about what's happening in Congo and all the atrocities that are happening across the world. There are so many. But I'm doing the work by sharing with you all the ways that you can stop funding that evil. If you've never seen my videos before, take a scroll through my page and take a look at all the stuff that I've been talking about. I'm not infallible. There could be something that I say that doesn't apply right now. I could make a mistake, or there could be something that I'm saying that doesn't apply to your situation. But a lot of what I'm saying is going to be useful information for you. Whether it's paying income tax, capital gains tax, paying taxes on your estate after a family member passes, property tax issues, estate planning issues. And I didn't grow up learning any of this stuff. This is just me digging around after I had my first child. I had my son and I fell into all this information and started researching. He's 3.5 now, and I just had my daughter. And I feel like right after I have a baby, I just become supercharged with all this information that gets downloaded into me. And I take on these particular interests that really are going to help me set my children up to win. So like I said, if you have teenagers that are entering the workforce, make sure that they fill out those documents properly. You have to be the one to guide your children, because those employers are not going to tell your kids, this is how you fill out the paperwork. And your kids don't know any better. And a lot of the times you don't know any better, and you're going to continue not to know any better if you don't go and read the instructions. We've all filled out paperwork without reading all the contract and without reading the instructions. So don't feel bad, but make the change now. Particularly for this document, the W-4, reading this will take you 10 minutes. Just go through, read everything, make sure you understand everything. It takes you 10 minutes. But for the other documents that you have filled out, just go ahead and make some time and read them. And I'm just going to say one last thing. A lot of us have been taught to hate the wealthy, to hate the rich, and to not pursue wealth. These people teach their children to pursue wealth with vigor, to really go after being wealthy. And they use their wealth to put themselves in positions of power. And then they use that power to oppress. We need to also be pursuing wealth so that we can counteract all the crap that they're doing. And every dollar that's in our pocket instead of theirs is a win. These evil people will not be victorious. Their end will come. But their end will come sooner when you wake up and you stop funding with your tax dollars. Another thing is, if you don't have a trust fund, don't be intimidated by the idea of having a trust fund. It's not that hard. Once you understand how it all works, you can create a fund in a weekend. Assalamu alaikum.